The 7-2 Smokers are coming off a convincing win over the Burgers earlier tonight. They're warmed up and ready to go. The Omelets, on the other hand, will be looking to rebound from a convincing 5-12 loss against the Clappers on Sunday. Their schedule for the end of the season doesn't get much easier, though hoping to snag a win here and ride that momentum to the finish line. The Smokers vs. Omelets is up next. We are jumping into this one. Just give me a second as everything loads in. There we go. K-Spire behind his net. Comes out a long shot, read by Sheba. Kyle to K-Spire on the backhand to Cocky Walrus, who's sneaking behind that Omelet goal line. We're just at it. Scott's looking angry. Different lineup seeing Scott's. Typically you see a little bit of a pinch from Belucha. K-Spire trying to get that down to Walrus. Kyle behind his net sends it up to K-Spire. K-Spire tries to clear that, but it goes to Belucha. I was saying before that goal, typically we see... Oh, Sheba is in here. Kim Jong. Scott is taking where we typically see Kim Jong. Belucha is going to send that into the smoker zone. Back to the point to Scott. Scott's on the backhand trying to make some space. Closely covered by K-Spire. Stumped into the omelet zone. Scott's along the boards. Belucha sort of fight for it. Scott gets a little bit of space, takes a shot, saved by K-Spire. That one's going to just sit in front of the net. Not a very pretty goal, but they will take it for sure. Scott's in the offensive zone. K-Spire off the boards. Belucha has it, sends it across ice. Scott sends it across to Belucha. Belucha tries to get that through K-Spire. Scott's farming a little bit of a save. Sheba in front of the net, had a wide open net, but couldn't get his body on the right side of that. Scott's on the backhand trying to go through Super Duper Kyle. Takes a shot. Kyle's there. Sheba around the Smoker's net to Belucha, who's just sort of sitting in there in the offensive zone. Scott's on the backhand, makes a move past Walrus. Walrus, beautiful pass to Sheba. His shot goes well wide. I think he may have broken a twig on that one. Kyle and Scott's. A little bit of a pile. Kyle comes away, takes a weak shot. That's handled by Belucha. Scott sends that across the crease. And Walrus will dump it into the omelet zone. 2:20 left to go in the first as the puck pinballs back into the smoker zone. Kyle coming out on the forehand, sends it down, read by Belucha, who will dump it back into smoker territory. Sheba, pressure on Kyle, making sure he doesn't get around. That's going to pinch out. Scotts will be the first to get there. On the forehand, he's trying to go through K-Spire. K-Spire ends up getting it behind his own net. Kyle along the boards, read by Sheba, who takes a shot. It would have been wide, but Kyle gets there. Sheba back to the point. Belucha and K-Spire battle. 2-0 with 1:38 to go in the first. Walrus tries to center it. There's nobody home. Long pass from Kyle to Walrus. Kyle. We saw this in the Burgers game. The Smokers were a little slow to get their start. They fell behind and ended up winning that one pretty convincingly. So far, there hasn't been a lot of offense from these Smokers. Maybe they're just getting warmed up again. Spire says he's looking like a real monohorn. Good pass to Walrus. His shot goes wide. K-Spire trying to go through. Scods there. Scods reads that, but he's going to run out of space. Tries to center it. That's going to pinball down. That's wide in the net. Belucha in his own zone. Coming out. Looking for that long pass to Scods. It's a 3-on-2 here. K-Spire gets that and tries to center it. But it's a little too far from Walrus. Scods has a man on both sides. K-Spire trying to turn that puck over. Now he has two guys on both sides. Walrus, good read there. Tries to center it. It's a little slow. Belucha will get there first. 17 seconds left to go in this first period. Scods along the boards. Gets it to Belucha. Good pass. K-Spire to Kyle there. Could have been the first goal for the Smokers. The end of the first period. Score is 2-0 in favor of the Omelets. Let's look at the stats here really quick. 2 goals for Lucha. And we'll take a look at that play at the very end. K-Spire here battling along the boards, ends up getting it and sends it to Kyle, who had a one-on-one attempt there. Ayah, they say. Start of the second period. Skip around a little bit. Right off the draw, Scods with that shot. Good save there, I think, by Kyle. Kyle over. Read by Belucha, who tries to get that one near side on the backhand. Kyle gets this one. Takes a shot off the post. Walrus sends it over to Kyle. Takes another one, goes just on the outside of the net there. Walrus in enemy territory, centers it for K-Spire. He can't get enough on it. Oh, thanks. I don't know why he keeps doing that. Kyle behind his own net sends it around the boards. Scott sends it into Shiba, who centers it. It's a little too far from Belucha. Walrus will send it into the Omelet zone. Scott skating up, pinballs around a little bit. Kyle will get it on the forehand, sends it up to Walrus, who tries to get it to K-Spire. It's a little slow. K-Spire trying to make a move. Goes to Shiba, but he gets it right back. Trying to go out in front. Lucha here. Trying to get it to Shiba. Good defense there by Walrus. Scods behind his net, battling with Walrus. Walrus trying to get that to be a turnover, but just as soon as he gets it, Scott gets it back. Super Duper Kyle behind his own net. Shiba trying to skate out in front and just dump that in. Kyle hits Walrus in the butt. That's going to leave a bruise. K-Spire! Unfortunately, sends that off of an enemy. And it goes in. 3-0 here for the Omelets. K-Spire on the backhand. Centers it. That's going to go wide of the net. That little pinch back. Oh, pinch goes all the way down. Kyle. Good center there. Or a good attempt, I guess. K-Spire making some moves on Shiba. Trying to go around everybody. It doesn't get past Scods, though. Lucha off the boards, goes behind the Smoker's net. Kyle sends it along the boards. Walrus will get there. Shiba tightly covering him, though. He's going to force it back behind the Smoker's net. K-Spire is going to dump it to the corner. K-Spire and Belucha battle along the boards. Boomer Kyle gets it, sends it long pass to K-Spire, who shoots it wide. Kyle going for a shot, saved by Scods on that rebound. His shot goes wide along the boards here. Super duper over to Walrus, who tries a quick shot. It's saved by Scods. Kyle, snipe is wide. Lucha will send it back into his own zone. Scods will recover it. A little bit of tense times there for the Omelets. Score is 3-0 with 1:23 left to go in the second period. Still a lot of game left to go here. Smokers trying to find some offense. Walrus sends it off the boards, read by Belucha, who keeps it into the smoker zone, but Kyle gets it, sends it up to K-Spire, who dumps it. Scods to Sheba, back to Scods, back to Sheba. Nice long pass. Sheba to Scods. It's a little too slow, though. He's unable to get that shot off. Also a sharp angle. Just under 1 minute left to go in the second period. Shot by K-Spire. Kyle sends it up to K-Spire. Scods sends it to the corner. Belucha and Kyle battle in the corner. Kyle gets it to K-Spire. K-Spire having a little bit of trouble with Sheba, who's being physical there. K-Spire on the backhand. Tries to make a move on Sheba. Just be careful, he's the last one back. He just gives that away to Sheba. As I was saying, when you're the last guy back, making those moves can be risky. It's always good if you make the move. Walrus, a wraparound attempt there. If it would have been K-Spire, that would have been a goal. I'm sure of it. The end of the second, 4-0 in favor of the Omelets. Just take a look at the stats really quick. 2 goals for Sheba there. We have that replay. A goal at the end that made it 4-0. K-Spire trying to make a move on Sheba. Turns into a turnover, and Sheba just puts it in the empty net. Hopping into the third period here. Sheba in his own zone. The Smokers trying to find some offense. They're going to need a little bit of a rout here to come back from a 4-goal deficit against a very solid Omelet team. K-Spire trying to get that to Walrus. It's a little too far from him. Sheba sends it around. Sheba and Belucha in enemy territory. Got caught out a little bit, but good play there by Scods to recover. Break up that counter rush. Kyle, a long pass, becomes a dump. Sheba will be the first one there. Sheba sends it along. K-Spire reads it. Tries to make a little move and center it. He eventually gets it to Walrus. Walrus looks like he may not have been ready for that pass. Quite ready for it. Kyle skates up ice. Looks like he went for the shot. It's cut off by Belucha. Scott sends it off the boards. Forecheck here is strong by the Smokers. Scods, a shot, stopped by K-Spire. K-Spire trying to make some moves. Is going to dump it in the zone. Scods. Nice read there by K-Spire, but he gives it right away to Belucha. He gives it away immediately. Scods with this one. Skates to center ice and will dump it. Takes a little bit of weird bounce, an unexpected bounce at least. Sheba to Belucha, who's behind the net in Smoker's zone. K-Spire gets it and tries to get it through Sheba. Good forecheck there by Sheba, who centers it, but there's nobody home. Lucha's going to dump it to Sheba, who's behind the Smoker's net. Gets back to the point where Scods will send it up to Sheba on the backhand. Sheba trying to get it to Belucha. K-Spire reads it. Kyle, long shot, handled by Scods. Walrus and Scods battle for the puck. Kyle sends that right into Belucha, who sends it off the boards back to Scods. A shot by Scods, stopped by K-Spire. K-Spire skates out of his own zone, sends it up into the Omelet zone, where Walrus is behind the net. Walrus trying to turn that puck over from Scods. All the smokers up here. You gotta be careful. Sheba's trying to get to that puck, but K-Spire will get there first. See them booping each other away from the puck. K-Spire sends it in. Walrus unable to get to it. Kyle trying to skate in and get that one on net. K-Spire is going to send it to the corner. Walrus back to the point, over to K-Spire. Quick passing there from the smokers. Kyle with a shot off the inside of the post. It's a beautiful shot there by Boomer Super Duper Kyle. K-Spire behind his own net. Just under 2 minutes left to go in this game. 3-goal differential here. Do the smokers have enough time to make a comeback? Kyle gets it up to Walrus, but Scott's good defense there. Making sure Walrus doesn't get that shot off. Sheba and Belucha behind their own net. Scods will send it out. Handled by Walrus behind his own net. Sends it across the crease. K-Spire's just going to tap it back into the omelet zone. Scods will send it across ice. And Lucha will dump it. K-Spire off the boards. Goes to Scods, who shoots it. That might be the nail in the coffin. 5-1 with 1 minute left to go. K-Spire trying to make some moves on Sheba again. We've seen this before. He does get into the enemy territory, but he eventually turns it over. Walrus there to recover. Scods into the corner. Walrus with this, looking for Kyle. It's off the outside of the post. That counted as a shot, I think. Scods moving up the counter rush here. Beautiful snipe. Get some SPL snipes in chat. Walrus over to K-Spire. His shot goes wide. 6-1. As the last seconds are counted down in this one. Lucha making a move, runs into his teammate. He gives it to Sheba. It's a bit weird how that happened. Sheba's shot went wide. Scods to Sheba. Nobody's there for that center, though. The final score, 6-1 in favor of the Omelets. A pretty convincing win over this Smokers team. They may have been tired from their game earlier tonight. Scods with 2 goals. Kyle with 1. And let's take a look at the replay of the third period. See here, Scods behind his own net. Walrus gets stuck behind the play. And Scott sends it off the inside of the post. A beautiful goal there. Before you guys go, we're going to do the mono horn of this match. So make sure to get in your... This is the last game, Chris, of the night. So get in your vote for the MVP or the mono horn of... Oh, shoot. Hold on. Scods isn't an option. Hold on. There we go. There we go. Where's the Scods option? There you go. Oh, can you guys... Oh, rip. Hold on a second. Hold on. You guys know who it is. You know who it is. I lost everything. Give me a second. It's coming. The man the myth, the legend, Scods. Congratulations, Scods, on being the monohorn of the match, coming in for Kim Jong. Sheba defense, by the way. Thank you guys for tuning in to all the matches tonight. There were a bunch of them. You can check out all the other games that will be scheduled for this week if you go to spl.gg. All the results, all the matches. If you're new to this and you've never seen Slapshot before, you can always go to Steam and get Slapshot. It is a free game. Again, thank you guys for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one.